It's something to talk about with Dr. Fight. Brianna Murray and Elle Ellis. A weekly roundup of current events and what's happening in our world.
It's not hot Monday, but it's after hot Monday. Hot 4th of July, a hot 10 days. Ooh, wee. Anyway, so it's cooler today. So welcome to Something to Talk About. To all my people watching, hey, excellence. Hello, beautiful people. We missed you all. We're back. Let's get into Dr. Fight's Monday Motivation. Hey, Dr. Fight. Hold on, I hear Dr. Fight.
He muted.
Tell him while we wait for Dr. Fight.
He don't mute himself.
Oh, okay. While we wait for Dr. Fight, let's give me a little, because you know what? Let me see. On July 4th, this song turned 43 years of age. We're going to play this song right here.
What song?
Human Nature. So Michael Jackson.
Oh, you could have warned somebody.
I'm sorry. Look, they know I go on the fly. I don't know why they don't know this yet.
That's the pro.
So Brown's going to find us Human Nature because I thought I ran across this over the weekend. So T.I. says he's releasing his last album, studio album, which I think is number 12, I believe. And then Michael Jackson's Human Nature turned 43. I was like, ooh. You know you're getting up at age when you're older than certain stuff.
Man. I'm starting.
You're not older than Human Nature is.
I'm not older than I'm starting to get. You start to realize like you older than the Rugrats and TV shows that came out. You're like, oh God.
Okay, yeah, some of those shows I only remember that I watched, but yeah.
You never watched?
I watched the Rugrats and stuff with you, but my era of cartoons was like Bugs Bunny, Tweety Bird. Who else? Of course, Mickey Mouse. But Mickey Mouse is everyone. Now I'm not older than Mickey Mouse. Just say. So here's Michael Jackson from his Thriller album. Human Nature that turned 43 on July 4th. I've been singing this song often lately. And apparently that Human Nature remix. Well, don't even get me started.
Y'all share my. You share. I have my Monday motivation. Did you share it? Oh.
Oh, how to respond? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Discussion got money. You bad. Congratulations. Woo. Yeah, we'll do it. But, my show. Don't get full of something that hurt. Hey, the song you just heard, if you guys are not listening, go to KELM Radio 101.9, and then you can hear us the music as we, because sometimes we may mute here, but go there. So anyway, Human Nature was just played, and it turned 43 on July 4th. I was like, damn, you get old when you older than other stuff.
Yep. Actually, July 3rd.
Oh, July 3rd?
July 3rd, 1983 was as the fifth single from his landmark album Thriller.
Oh, I just want to know, does anyone know that's watching this now, how many number one songs came off Thriller? Because Thriller, see, that album was going on forever. It's like, I know it was more than 5.
8, right?
That's right. 8? I was going to say 11. Was it 8?
No, it might have been 8.
There's a whole bunch.
I thought it was the number one top singles album of all time. I think that number was 8.
It produced 2 number one hits and Billie Jean and Beat It. Then the album produced 7 top 10 hits, setting a record for the most top 10 hits from a single album.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Well, good. Well, no wonder. I don't think anybody has broken that record. But Thrill was off the charts. That album was off the charts. So anyway, Human Nature turned 43. Ooh, and Lord knows how old was Billie Jean. So Billie Jean had to be. They probably all around about the same age. They're all about the same age.
Billie Jean was the first one.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So you want to take today is Monday, so we're going to get to Dr. Pike's Monday motivation and a lot more stuff to cover because it was hot, and I got to tell you all about how my weekend started, just to let you all know. So stick around. Let's go to Dr. Pike's Monday motivation first.
Day, ladies and gentlemen, journey with me, if you will, to Romans chapter number 5, verse number 3. And it declares, and not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to realize that bad times make us better. In verse number 3 of Romans chapter number 5, these tribulations worketh patience. That my trouble makes me who I'm supposed to be. Hard times are necessary. And I know that doesn't seem like it's very motivational, but patience means that you got to go through some tough stuff because it builds resilience. You should quit, but you're not going to quit. Because whenever you walk away from hard times, you miss the blessing behind the hard times. So instead of complaining, I'm going to trust him. Instead of running, I'm going to stand. Instead of giving up, I'm going to stand up because the tribulation is working in me to make me better for what God has for me in my future. So ladies and gentlemen, don't give up, but keep running your race because these tribulations are not designed to hurt you, but they're designed to help you. Let us pray. Gracious God, thank you for being with us in every trial. Help us to see that difficult times are not meant to destroy us, but to develop us. Use every challenge to strengthen our faith and deepen our character and prepare us for your purpose. Turn our pain into perseverance and our struggles into strength. We trust that what we're going through is making us better and not bitter. Amen. Hey, see you next week if God says the same. Grace and peace.
All right, you guys. There's Dr. Fight's Monday motivation. He said, "Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't just have faith and keep going." I know sometimes you want to give up because God knows sometimes I do, but I don't. You just keep going. You just keep going. All right. So let's get into this. So over the oh my God. First of all, the weather was so hot last week, and
Fire.
yeah, it was on fire. And on the third, let me get on the 3rd of July. Y'all just kind of chill out. You ready for the 4th of July? The power goes out. My power went out, and I said, okay. Normally it's on in about a few hours. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. The power went out at what I said 4 p.m. Nope, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock.
Like 3
o'clock. And I said, well, it'll be on by about 6, 7. Nope. 5 o'clock came, 7 o'clock came, 8 o'clock came, 9 o'clock came. I said, damn, it's hot. It's hot. You know, you in a house and our house is all brick. So there you go. It sucks in heat. Okay. So by 9 o'clock, it was so hot and it was raining and storming by then. So I decided, this is what I decided to do. I decided to take my little happy tail outside and stand in the rain. Because it was just that hot. So I walked on my porch. I said, whoo, that rain is cold. But it cooled me off because I was hot. When I say I was hot, Lord, I was hot. And it didn't really fare well for me. I said, what was the voice off? Might have been me standing out in the rain. Because it was just that hot. I could not take it anymore. It was either that or get naked. And I said, I'm not going to do that one. So I'm just going to go stand in the rain. Which I did. Dr. Fire, you don't even understand that. I live down there, but when you have power out in your house, there is nothing circulating. So I go out on the porch. I'm sitting down in my neighbor's house over here. Ain't no lights on, of course, over there. I look across the street at my other neighbors. So I don't know what they when they got these little what you call them, little lights. So anyway, they had that stuff in the window, but it was pitch black. It was just dark. So all I could do is stand on the porch and get a little rain. That's what I did. I'm sorry, y'all. You don't want me to go out there in the nude, so that there you go. I just stood up there in my clothes and got wet. That's what it is. Just Dr. Pipe, what you shaking your head for?
You know, sometimes the things that we talk about on this show are a little bit TMI. You know what I mean?
I didn't say I was undressed. I just said I was hot. I just went out to get some. I couldn't take it because you know when you have your mind you start thinking stuff in your head. And I said, what if I just go sit out there and just stand out in the rain? Because you know what, you got the doors open, you got the windows up, and you have no power on anywhere, and you can't even go into the refrigerator because your stuff is not even cold like it's supposed to be. And so all I can say, I'm going outside and stand in the rain. I contemplated for a couple of moments before I actually did it, and then I was like, nope, I'm going outside in the rain. There y'all go. Now the next day I paid for it because my voice was hoarse as hell. I said, why is my voice hoarse? Then I woke up coughing. I was like, that's because God, he was being a fool and going out there standing in the rain. But I couldn't help it, Lord. I was hot. I couldn't help it. I was so hot. It was like that or go mad. I remember, and I thought about the.
Don't you think you did a little bit of both? You went outside in the rain.
Well, look, I don't even remember. I said I don't even know how people down in the South back in the day was down there, and when it was 100 degrees, and they had no air. Oh my God, we just spoiled. But I was like, I couldn't take it. I could have gone outside and sat if it was not raining. I'd have gone outside and the mosquitoes eat me up. But no, I just decided I couldn't sit out there. So okay, I had to go out in the rain. I had to do something. It was like that or turn the water hose on. I don't know what y'all want to do. It was a moment. It was a. I wasn't going to get no cold shower. The rain was fine. The rain was cold because that first drive I swore that when that rain cold, and then I just stood there. And I felt better after that because then I said, you know what, I'm going to go to sleep. So after I came in and I dried myself off, and I said, I'm going to lay down there. And then by 11 o'clock, I heard you hear something. I said, oh, Lord, the air came back on. I let it be here. Stuff come back on. I was real happy. But there y'all go. I'm sorry not to find out. That was too much information, but it was hot. Okay.
TMI, T to the N to the I, okay?
All right. Sorry, y'all. So that's how my 4th began. That's why. How was your 4th of July?
It was restful. You know, we were invited to a cookout, and I must be honest, I didn't want to go.
That's why he says with such disdain in his voice.
was
I must be honest. I did not want to go. However, I went. Let me say hey on this meeting over here. Great day, Bishop. I didn't want to go. I went, and it was a blessing.
Okay.
The food was great. It had some fried fish, hamburgers, hot dogs.
Different.
You know, it was sausages. It was just a black family reunion. You know what I'm saying? It was.
Look at you, and then he didn't want to go. He had a blast. Didn't he want to go?
I mean, listen. I'm honest about the fact that I had on a t-shirt, you know, some basketball shorts, and I was laying in the bed watching Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Like I pay for it. I might as well use it.
Well, you don't have to use it every day. You could go out.
Look, he was doing his version of Netflix, okay?
So you want to? You did barbecue? Do you have any plans to grill or anything, Dr. Fight?
No, I did not do none of that. I ain't do no cooking at all. Zero, zilch, nada.
Well, see, after my night of hell with the heat, I woke up the next day. I felt energized. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a little bit of grilling. So
listen, if it's hot in Chicago, just imagine what it's like at the equator down here. Okay.
I don't.
Just imagine the level of humidity. First of all, I go run at 5 a.m. Okay.
You did what?
You want to
I run at 5 a.m. And the
Everybody-
humidity, the sun ain't even out.
Mm-mm.
The humidity alone
Mm-hmm.
is a burden bearer.
I'll tell you, I left one morning. I was going to work. I walked out the door. It's like 6 a.m. I walked out and I literally just stood there. I said, "Damn, it's hot."
Yes.
You, and then you go see. You go look up the weather, and it's only like 70 degrees. But then you see 90% humidity.
It's a humidity.
You walk from the porch to the car, and your clothes is sticking to your other thigh. That ain't cool.
Can you imagine walking from the grill 5 steps and then going back to sit down and sweating? I kept doing like that. I kept saying, "Why am I so damn hot?" I was literally sweating. If I didn't lose 5 pounds, you better afford you somebody lying. Because every step I took, Lord, I was dripping like I had been boxing somebody. I said, "Now what possessed me to want to go and grill?" It's hot. But I did it and I made it through. I didn't cook very much. I still did some hot dogs and some sausages and some chicken. And that's it. I couldn't take it any longer.
And I'm not saying this to be mean, but you kind of understand why certain people were slaves.
What the hell you talking about?
I'm just saying, certain people, to be outside in the heat, how they had to pick stuff all day.
Oh, I fell out in the field. I mean, look at that. I ain't lying to you.
I done got beat because I ain't doing nothing. It's hot out there. No, thank you. I done got beat. They had to beat me every day. Like they probably might have got rid of this. Like she hard headed. You want me to do what? In the what? No.
Yeah, that's why I said, try it if you want to. I said, somebody gonna be dead. I'm gonna kill you. I'm not.
Do what in the heat? No.
I walked 5 steps from the grill to the chair. From the grill, I said, Lord, why am I sweating? Then it's the humidity. That's what it's the humidity.
And it's still humid.
But it's 75 degrees, so that's even better.
And 75% humidity ain't better.
No, it's better. It's better. And then there was a fireworks. So first of all, I tried to grasp what this Independence Day felt like to me, and it was a lot of stuff going on. Like some of the actors, like Sarah Jessica Parker, they were doing speeches. I think Alicia Keys, she got on and she did a live speech on Instagram talking about women's rights and other stuff. So it was just a lot going on. But the best part of it was the fact that
horrible safe fair
SOB, or what's called it, he got right out everything. So God, I'll deal with the humidity and the rain. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Or nobody showed up.
So I appreciate all of that. Okay. But otherwise, besides that, the fireworks everywhere was off the charts.
Man, people spent
gobs of money on fireworks.
I'm talking about them nice big shots where you stand there like, ooh, that's
you just hear pop, 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 like, woo! It was just going off. So the skies were lit up beautifully. Now, the one thing I cannot find, Jimmy Kimmel's firework. Jimmy Kimmel, you got to find Jimmy Kimmel did a fireworks display, and he said, "Happy 4th of July," in Peach 47. I said, "Oh my God, I have got to find that." So good for you, Jimmy Kimmel. That was like the best. And so after his fireworks shot off, that's what it for. He did across this grid. I said, "That's just beautiful." Just beautiful. I don't know how much he paid for it, but I loved it. So way to go, Jimmy Kimmel. Love it. Love it. We know Trump hates you, but don't worry about it. We're right there behind you.
I was watching this fireworks page on Instagram, and the dude was talking about how he makes fireworks. Like he has a whole palette, and I was astonished. I said, I could do that. He had the fuse. This is kind of, you light one fuse and it goes down and it lights all the other ones.
Yeah.
Time to go up and do. I was like, yo, this is astonishing. Like, I really think I could do this. And he sells these pallets that has these multiple different.
He sells them.
He sells them, yeah, and he sells them for like $200-$300.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna need you to get his information
For shows and different things like that. Oh, I saved the Instagram page and said that I'm gonna look into it. Another guy he had a big sale. I think he's out of Ohio or Illinois somewhere, where he does shipping twice a year, but he only ships for orders of $1,000 or more.
Not bad.
But I mean, he had like these big joints, and they looked official. He was showing some of them like in action. I don't know. I got a lot of those showing up on my timeline. I guess when you watch one fireworks show, now they change your algorithm for July, and all these different shows show up, and companies that selling fireworks show up.
I was astonished by when I saw that. I said, and then over when I saw that one, and then over in the UK they did. I don't think used fireworks, but they did but it wasn't. But it was kind of thing. It wasn't a 4th of July, but they had a Michael Jackson thing, and the lights, or what they call those things? What they call them? It's like, but they kept on like making different images of him, like when he was moonwalking. No, it wasn't a hologram. They call it something else, but when he was like moonwalking, and then he was doing his famous lean and some other things.
Like hologram to me.
And they had it over on the bridge. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
I think that's a hologram.
Well, no, they call him like something else though. But they call him something else though.
Maybe they call him something else, but that's a hologram.
I'm just saying, I don't know, but I thought it was beautiful.
Because for it to be leaning, that's a hologram.
It showed him like the half circle, and then when it went off and it went to another pole, and then went into another pole. Yeah, it was really cool. That's a hologram. It was really cool. I said we should do something like that. Now, why can't we do something like that? But it was really cool.
But that is Uber.
We'll they have to say that when you have a real president, because we don't have one right now. So that's the first problem. So wait till you have something real to use that one.
Oh Lord help me.
How did we get on the president?
How? Huh?
How did we get to the president?
That ain't a good time. That's a nightmare.
I know. I'm sorry, y'all, but you have to get in there at some point.
We're talking about good food, good music, and a good time. That is the complete opposite of a good time.
Now, thinking of food, who had potato salad for the 4th? Because I didn't have potato salad. Normally, I do potato salad for the 4th of July, but I didn't do any. And I don't feel bad, but I get it in before the summer get over. By the time I got through cooking, when I say I was like this, drenching.
But here's the thing: potato salad is always in the store. It's not like a thing you can't get any other time of the year.
That's probably gonna be right now. I like homemade potato salad. I already know what he's gonna say. He like that. He's homemade. But I didn't have any. But I didn't have
it's too hot for potato salad. See, potato salad. See, this is where salmonella come from. Potato salad got to stay cool. And you put a bag of ice up under that potato salad, be melted in 10 minutes, as hot as it is out here. I got in my car. When was that? Friday. I got in my car Friday, and my car tell me what the temperature is outside. My car started at 102. Then, as I'm driving, it went up to 105. And eventually, it just said HELL. That's all it said on the dashboard. That is it. It's too hot to do anything.
Even read.
I had a partner call me talking about, hey man, let's go on and catch 9 holes on some golf at about 5 o'clock. It should be getting cooler. I said, what's cool? He said, oh, about 85, 90 degrees. I said, too hot. I don't care if at 7 p.m. is 90 degrees outside. It's still too hot. The humidity. See, first of all, whatever the temperature is, add 30 degrees to it.
Yes.
With the level of humidity that is out here, this humidity is disrespectful. You hear me? I don't understand how women nowadays got their natural hair or perm in this kind of weather. Because I'm telling you, this level of humidity will make them roots stand up at attention like it's an Army veteran.
Mine not standing up at attention. You are mine not standing up at attention.
I'm telling you. Well, that's because you probably got enough activator to lay it down.
What the hell you talking some activator? What is you even talking some activator from 1985? What are you talking about?
Hey, weren't we just talking about human nature? You know, natural.
all that
40 years. I'm older.
That was in 1983, 85, and I'm gonna be honest. Back in the days, I had a curl. I had a curl back in the 80s, but as they say, I was never drip. No. What are you talking about? No.
I'm gonna enjoy the reprieve because the heat is supposed to come back, but this is too hot. When you walk outside and you walk slower outside than you did inside, that's a problem. The heat just sucked the life out.
This is what I said. One thing about living on the West Coast is that you just had dry heat. You had hot. You had heat. You didn't have humidity, and I know me. I will take the heat, but the humidity, I despise because you're always wringing wet.
Look,
There's nothing not sticky to you when it's humidity.
Do you know how bad it is? I had to buy a small can of deodorant to keep in my purse because it was just that hot, and you sweat deodorant off that face.
Okay.
Look, I ain't trying to be people talking about I smell some armpits. You ain't finna smell my underarms. And trust me, it was hot enough. I smelled some BO. I'm like,
I understand the desert heat, and I understand the Midwest heat. I have driven across the Mojave Desert with no air on, and I survived. This stuff here, but that's only because after you get past the Mojave Desert, then you can turn the air back on. But going through the desert, ain't no AC, ain't no AC to be used. But okay, this is how they're blowing in the car on me. But this right here. I'm telling you, when I take 5 steps and my face is dripping with sweat, it's too hot. It's too hot. But I'm not gonna complain because I can't stand the winter, so I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna just suck up the heat, and if I gotta sit out in the rain to cool off again and get another hot shower, whatever, that's fine. I do that too. But I just don't want to be cold.
Me and my car and the AC, we got real acquainted. I had that bad boy up on max and circulate.
And we would have the nerve to say, "Oh, we're gonna go ahead and drive to Vegas in June and July." Knowing as soon as you get to the desert, they say, "Turn the air off."
Turn the air off.
I said, "Oh my God!"
And find the nearest blanket to put on your head, because that's
Lord Jesus. I tried that one time. I saw somebody the air on, and with her daddy. He said, "If the car overheated, so he said, I ain't walking no damn well. You gonna walk your ass off." So I said, "Ooh, it's okay then. I'm gonna turn the air off then." It was just too hot, but I said, "I'm gonna turn it off then." So go ahead with you though.
I guess he told you.
He told me. I was like, "Well, that's something I said. Well, I guess I ain't arguing about this because I'm not walking nowhere. Because you crossing the desert, there's no exit. There's no exit. There's no gas station. There wasn't no nothing."
He said he ain't falling that they find his body. He said no.
It would have been a Chevy Chase, but we didn't have Chevy Chase guy.
Chevy Chase
on vacation.
Was delusional. He was walking there. He got that walk right up. It's hot as hell. What is that?
And he wrote down and said, "Dude," and said, "Coming." Like, "Oh no, this shit ain't right." But when you driving across the desert, that is all you see in the first place. So yeah.
But he was cussing his dad off. It's hot as hell. And he was like, I say, all last week, you little stepped out, and you like, I just stepped out in the hell.
Oh my God, y'all leave me alone. See, they got me hot already. It's too early in the show. Y'all got me hot and fanning already. Huh.
One lady, she said, if hell is this hot, she said, I'm good. She said, I ain't going to hell because this too hot. She said, you talking about eternity in hell? She said, oh no. No.
Oh God. All right. And so T.I. has I was telling everybody earlier, T.I. is putting out his last studio album. He said he transitions. What is it, Kill or something? What is it called? T.I. I should know when you saw T.I. at the BET Awards, it's because he always up to something. So that's him being present, so he can tell people about his latest project. That he's putting out. I'm not mad at T.I. I don't know about the 1970 Checker Suit though, but it worked for him. Okay, there you go. What is it called?
Let him know. Oh yeah, he got singles out already.
Oh, he got singles out already? Mm-hmm. Now you better tune in to T.I. and see what he got going on.
No, T.I. His album, I will listen to it Saturday morning getting dressed, and it's called Kill the King.
There you go, that's it.
And it was released on June 12, 2026. And it marks the symbolic end of his 25-year rap career. God, no, he been out there. He been up for 25 years. But why is it that people only put, see, that's what I'm talking about, these younger artists, why y'all only want to do like 10, 12 studio albums? I mean, why is that? Because Fantasia said early in the year that she was not going to do another album, that she had released her last album. Why? Because Fantasia, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I don't think you're really rolling in cash like that. So I'm just asking. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to get in nobody's pocket, but I'm just saying why. So if you keep yourself relevant and keep your music out there, people, because Fantasia can sing. The girl can not only sing, the girl can sing. So I'm just trying to figure out why she's not putting out another album. That's what I'm trying to figure out. She might put out some singles. She's just not doing a whole
album.
Yeah,
you might be right. You might be right.
Some people don't. Patty put out an album every year. Don't give me that. Patty put out a single.
I don't even know how many albums Patty did. How many albums has Patty done a day? I mean, I just don't. To me, it just don't seem like 12 albums are a lot to me.
No.
To me.
First of all, you don't need to be no artist. Music is a young person's game. Okay. You don't need to be out here. You don't need to be out there. Okay, now, wait a minute now. Hear me out.
Okay.
You don't need to be 40, 45, 50 out here trying to promote a new album. Because when you get, the older you get, the more entrenched in your routine you get. And you got to go to different cities, different radio stations, promotions. Your label probably gonna want to put you on a tour somewhere, and you traveling. You can't keep doing it. Your knees ain't built to keep doing this. Look at Mary J. Blige. Look at Mary J. The older Mary J. got, the more you saw it in her tours. She out there trying to sing. Come on now, Mary. And trying to dance and look like she about to fall, and you know, they talk, oh, that's the Mary dance. No, that's Mary with unstable knees. See,
that's Mary. I said Mary need to let it go. She's starting to become, you don't hear her voice anymore. You just see, because Mary be up the shoulders be swaying. You like Mary. What's wrong?
Mary on stage talking about, I was your lover and your secretary.
That ain't her song.
Yes, it is.
Was that her song?
Yep. Working every day.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Talking about, I wouldn't stop breathing if you told me to. Ain't no man gonna make me stop breathing.
But listen, but look at like Gladys Knight, look at Patti LaBelle. They still touring.
They don't move.
Well, hell, I didn't say it was gonna move. I just said their voices still sound good. You ain't got to move. Hell, look at what's his name? What's my man's name? Not People. Rest in peace. Smokey Robinson. Smokey out there still. Now Smokey can never dance anyway. So the fact that he's still just doing this or whatever, that's classic Smokey. Because Smokey ain't never moved anyway.
But again, look at what just happened to Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie was 77.
He's 77.
And was out there trying to sing and got sick. And now can't do the rest of his tour.
Well, you know what? That comes from like
Uncle Charlie out there coming back from multiple strokes, trying to do it. No.
Listen, I don't think Charlie gonna ever stop touring, because it's like it's you know.
Charlie take you to church.
Yeah, Charlie be doing his thing when you go to his concert. So I don't think Charlie gonna ever stop touring. But I saw him; he was just out the other week, and he was singing with somebody else on stage. So they was kind of like helping him, you know, propping him up, making sure he didn't fall or whatever. But his voice still sounds really good. Voice still sounds just like Uncle Charlie. Just sounds good. I mean, the way the record labels did people back in the day, and so it set them up, right? It set them up for having to keep touring as they age. That's what
I'm saying. So the money now is in the music making. It's not in the being the musician. It's not being the artist. The money is being the producer, the writer. As you notice, these artists are starting to take their money and make their own labels, make their own with the connections that they have, and develop new talent that's coming up behind them. Mm-hmm. So they starting to sound like the one that's training and teaching them. This ain't a ain't nobody 40 and over trying to do no 30 city tour to promote your new album. You know what I'm saying? T.I. out there singing about 3 or 4 songs as he go across the stage, bopping a little bit with his hat. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't.
Doing his thing, and then he getting off the stage. He gone.
But let's be honest. I never considered T.I. a singer. I mean, he's a rapper.
He ain't a singer. He a rapper. Let him know.
And that what's that trap music?
Yeah, he was one of the first Southern hip hop lyricists.
Okay.
Yeah, he was one of the first. South music was more so party music back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You down south, DC Boys, that was all that. 2 Live Crew.
Okay.
All of that was your rump shaking kind of music. You know what I'm saying? That was your.
He said that was rump shaking.
Look up, baby, look up, Daisy. Look at them girl with the Daisy Dukes on. I want you to look at them girl with the Daisy. That's what we was going for down south. That's what we was going for. Your hands up high, your back down on the hot garlic to the floor. Stop. But then you had.
That's why I don't listen to that. That's exactly why I'm like, what is that?
What? That was it. Uncle Luke, Luther Campbell, 2 Live Crew.
Mm-mm. It was a little too loud for me.
I remember I was in high school when that song My Boo came out. Boy, you should know that I got you on my mind. Secret admirer. And I've been watching. Listen, we was jamming. You hear me? You couldn't go nowhere without My Boo being on the radio. It was.
I like that one. I love that one. Yeah.
Worn out to the top of worn out. But here comes this Southern kind of acceptable hip hop. See, we had always had the West Coast versus the East Coast, or more so the North.
Yeah.
Gangster rap, Wu-Tang Clan, Method Man, Redman, But the
Southern wasn't bad. Method Man, they wasn't bad.
That's still a fine man at the age he is now.
Yeah, he fine.
Nas and
yep.
I think Nas only had one good album his whole career. That was Illmatic. But I mean, hey, people like that kind of thing.
No, he did.
Then you had Biggie, Tupac. They were acceptable mainstream rappers, right? But rap really kind of, in my opinion, because I was in high school in the South. So in the South, when T.I. and Ludacris and all of those guys hit the scene, they added a different version and a different bop kind of to rap that had that Southern style, that Southern beat making that put to it. And it wasn't as hardcore. It was a softer beat with a lyricist that rolled with it and made it more.
I like me some Luda.
Yeah, their rap made it digestible. Like most people were like, "Ooh, that's gangster rap. I don't like that rap." You know what I mean? But then when you had these artists that came out, there was a little more lyricists that had a different kind of vibe to their rap. Most people, rap music became more
widely accepted
More
because
mainstream.
they're so deaf, and they got the Brat, and they had Bow Wow, and all of these rappers started to come from this Southern Atlanta kind of movement that made it more mainstream and began to push out rap. So his 25-year career, when you begin to look at it, it's like he's had club hits as a rapper that most rappers really didn't see that level of success until your T.I.s and Ludas began to hit the market. Because when Luda came out, when I move, you move, just like that. That rap music started to be in clubs and in the DJ's playlist that got people dancing. Back in the day when rap music came off, it was just hardcore. Nobody really danced to it. It was, Puff Daddy was probably the first person that took rap music and put a dance to it. Like, he was dancing on everybody else. Biggie was in there talking about it was all a dream. Here go Puff. You can read. Thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Oh my God! If I thought my shoulder like that, I would go to crack, because my shoulder hurt right now. If I did
when 112 was singing, here he go in the background. Every move I make. He doing all this stuff. Like, come on, Puff on everybody video.
Everybody.
Right. Yeah. But you can definitely tell, especially when Luda came out, because that song still, you hear like a DJ playlist that I move, you move.
Just like that. Yeah. So some of it, as it became more, more mainstream, I kind of got into some of it. But I'm gonna be honest, the whole trap thing, I said, what are they saying? I can't.
That's mumble rap.
Yeah, the mumble. I said, what is that crap?
Mumble.
I was like, I can't. What? Yeah, I was like, what is that garbage? All right. So then we are. So now let's go into some more mainstream trending stuff. Let's talk about Miss Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Look at the fight. Well, over the weekend on the 3rd, so now the anniversary will always be July 3rd.
Mr. Taylor Swift.
That's what they call him. Oh, that's so offensive. So Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, they wed on Saturday. They had the whole week last week. Everybody was like, well, what's going on at what was it, New York? Madison Square Garden. It's like, okay, say it's their wedding. I guess they wanted to have privacy, so they said something indoors where people couldn't really see or whatever. But I'm just like, how much money did it cost to transform that into a wedding venue? That was a lot of money.
I'm pretty sure they got married on the court.
I know, but still, what about you? Still got to transform all of that. I mean, the stage is around you. I mean, that was a lot of money. Hey. I mean, she has it. Travis got some too. But the kicker was that they said that they don't want the guests could bring their phones. The guests were there for 10 hours.
They went
10 hours. I'm not anybody. 10 hours.
They went to prison. What they do? You go to jail. They take your phone. You can't call nobody. You're sitting there. I would have got up. I'm sorry.
Right. And they said a lot of guests were complaining. It was like, it was nice and it was beautiful to see. But they're just like, I just want to come see somebody take I do's, have a reception, get something to eat, do some dancing, and then go home. Why are you holding people to 10 hours? That was out. I'd have been pissed. I'm leaving. I'm like, yes, like a few hours, 4 hours is probably my max. And then I'm out of here. 10 hours? I don't give a damn how many acts you had, how many singers you had. I don't care. There's only so much singing and voices you can hear for 10 hours. 10 hours. But anyway, congratulations to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Now everybody thought he was going back to the black girl. What he did, he picked the whitest white girl he could possibly get. Okay.
As Dr. Faye likes to say, lily white.
Oh, she lily white. And let me say the picture of the gown she had on, it looked like everything else she always wears. And I bet you she paid thousands for that gown. And it was not impressive to me. This is my critique.
They think of the high slits and all that. Well, while we're sitting on congratulations to the Isaac will mention this, is Sierra and Russell Wilson. It's their 10th wedding anniversary.
Oh, well, congratulations, Russell and Sierra. Yeah, so congrats to you all. That's why don't jump in because I know you down to jump on the whole Taylor Swift, so go ahead on.
I don't care about these white people.
Oh my God.
I could have told you that was coming.
Oh my God.
These white people, first of all, I detest everything about Taylor Swift. I didn't even know who the white girl was until she started dating Travis Kelce. I didn't even know. First of all, when I said I don't know who the Taylor Swift is, because I was watching football and they kept taking the camera and zooming to her. I was like, who is that white girl they keep putting up there? And I said, who is a Taylor Swift? And my daughter heard me say it one Sunday. We was watching football. She said, you don't know Taylor Swift? And I was like, no, I don't, because she don't pay no bills in the house. Okay, she does nothing for me. And then so I had to Google the little girl and realized there was a couple of songs that I didn't know. I just didn't know she was the one that sung it. Also had to be reminded that Kanye West was the one that took the microphone out of her hand and said Bush don't like black people. And we know Beyonce had the album of the year. That was Taylor Swift.
Yes.
So I had known about this little girl, but never knew who she was. Like, there was nothing about her career that invaded my life. Then when she started dating a Super Bowl champion tight end and Travis Kelce, MVP candidate, and I'm sitting here like, oh, she trying to come up on him. But then I begin to look at the net worth, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, maybe he might be trying to come up on her. Football played this narrative, and she pretty much gave a whole new audience to NFL football. You got middle America now, stay-at-home wives and 14-year-old girls watching NFL, a barbaric, manly man sport. All because they got Taylor. You got these Swifties out here. Ain't that what they call them? Swifties?
Yep, Swifties. Yep.
So now finally, I thought that this relationship was going to be like any other Hollywood dating scene. They wasn't going to last.
I did too.
However, they have made it to the altar in her ugly white dress.
Oh, it was not attractive.
And here we have it, that now Travis and this girl is married. Taylor is married.
No.
Whatever. TNT, because it's an explosion getting ready to happen. TNT is a bomb. That's what it's gonna blow up soon.
They ain't gonna be married long.
Yeah. Well, she got to get a baby out. She don't get a baby out the deal.
She gonna get a baby, and then by the time the baby about 6 months old, that's gonna be a wrap.
Because let me tell you something. Once he retires from football, which is probably gonna be in the next season or two, once he retires from football,
she gonna get
all bets off. She gonna get tired of him at the house getting fat, eating popcorn and chicken all day with their baby. It's gonna get old. It's gonna get old. Watch what I tell you.
And he gonna get tired of her, and he's gonna be tired of her going out on tour. Cause she's like, I'm going out on tour because I'm sick of looking at you.
Because the older you get as a man, the more grumpier you get. She gonna be packing her bags to leave to go on tour. You gonna like, why you got to be gone all the time? Why can't you take your tail home sometime? Why can't you be here?
Y'all do get grumpier.
Yeah, you do.
Well, maybe Daddy might have been good because he was just grumpy all day. When he was younger, he was grumpy. It just got worse as he got older. I mean, you would say good morning. He like, what's good about it? Ooh, somebody woke up on the wrong side.
Yeah, Dr. Clark, since you brought that up, what is exactly is the problem with the men? Why do you all get grumpier as you get older? Do you just want to be cursed out? I mean, is that what you all just look to do?
The other way around. We start doing the cussing out. It's because for so many years, let me explain it to you. For a man to be able to exist in the world, so many years of his life, he's got to swallow what he really want to say. For so long, especially the black man has had to censor his tongue to make everybody around.
I ain't never want to censor their tongue. So you tell.
Well, I'm telling you the truth. You might not like what they say, but they don't say all of what they want to say.
But what they normally say is enough to get them cursed out and put back in check to say, oh.
And so the older they get, they start to peel back some of the layers. And the more layers get peeled back, the more they just they ain't got no filters. They just start freely saying how they feel. They call grumpy old men. No, we were censored young men. Now we're uncensored old men.
I call a flag on play. I say you're grumpy all the time, and I say you and men never had a filter, and black men ain't never had a filter. So I don't even know what you're talking about. Because sometimes I wish that I said, well, shut up, stop talking. They ain't never have a filter. Oh. So anyway, do we all want to take bets on how long Travis and Kelsey Taylor and Travis gonna marry? I would give them
6 years.
I was gonna say like between that 5 and 7 year thing.
Oh, the 5 and 7.
Yeah, the 5 and 7 years. I was gonna give it right around there. It's gonna start to unravel definitely right around that 5 year mark. If it don't start before then, but I'm gonna give them at least 5 years. And by the time the 7 year comes, they're gonna be divorced. But you know what? But it'll Taylor been engaged about 3-4 times. So the fact that she got engaged to Kelsey and they actually got married, she probably can't believe it happened either. So she's gonna be on let's say the honeymoon trip for at least the first 2 years, and then after that,
when he retired, that's gonna be
so about the first 2 years of marriage, they're gonna be all lovey-dovey. But after that, it's gonna be one. It's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be you see some cracks in the armor. All right. Now let's turn to some of our things that we hate to talk about, but we have no choice.
Oh Lord.
So let's go to the political hell that we all still apparently exist in.
The nightmare that we can't wake up from.
That I pray God, please let me in. I really do. That's why I close it out. I say. But let me just go here. Let me not focus on Fat Stinky right now.
Let me go here. I'm like Dr. Fight.
Let's go to Weasel Boy Johnson.
Oh God!
So Weasel Boy Johnson with your 4 eyes and your ill-fitting suits, and the highest rate in your state, murder capital in your state. But okay, I digress.
The top 2 murder capitals. Get it right.
Oh, the top 2. Okay.
New Orleans and Baton Rouge, they like back to back.
Okay, so you live in the murder capital state. Let's just be that, whatever. So now you want to come to Congress with some BS about they want them to come together and work together to try to push this birthright citizenship thing. Okay, look you, Dr. Spike, plug your ears up. Plug your ears up real quick. Look here, you little stupid little fucking white boy. Okay, you all seem to believe that you can do whatever you want to do. Now, granted, out of the Supreme Court, I'm usually not behind them like hardly ever, but it's a part of the Constitution.
They shocked me on a lot of
stuff. What makes you think that you can pull some people together and you all can change the Constitution? I'm just asking a question.
Because the level of stupidity that seeps are through there.
But here's the thing.
Like they're gonna go back. Then he goes again. They're gonna go back again to try to attach the SAVE Act as like to the budget reconciliation pact. When the Senate Parliament already told them the last time they came with that crap I'm gonna say, get the hell away from me with that. But they don't listen.
Because they want to do what they want to do. I said, you know what's wrong with the world? And trust me when I say this, I don't say this about all white folks, but you are the problem. I mean, you are the problem. Because it's that self-entitled attitude that has this whole thing just like turning, that's spinning on its axis. It's your terrible attitudes that you think you know everything, and by far some of you all are the dumbest people that I've ever encountered. And starting with that fat stinky one in the Oval Office, he is by far the dumbest person. So now here's what he's gonna do. He's happy now because he's gonna have his signature on the $100 bill. It may happen, it may not. You all want to push the Obama bill through, right? Obama's supposed to be on the $20 bill, right? Well, you all want to put on that. So you want to add $100 bill. Let me just say this. If his signature ever gets on a $100 bill, I don't cash that much anyway. But when I do, and if they come up $100 bill and his signature's on there, I'm gonna say, I don't want this. Give me something else. I don't want this. I'm not taking this. because that would require me to burn up my own money. And since I'm not a fool, I'm not gonna burn up my own money. But I'm gonna say, you take this bill back, and then I'll just walk around. I'll just give me some 20s, some 50s, some 10s, some 5s. But I want nothing that has that shit stain signature on in my pocket. Nothing.
Look, you know, everybody, they have a bunch of ones and that 20 rolled up in there.
You think you got a whole bunch of money, they gonna beat your ass. You got a whole lot of money.
No, they ain't covering my bag. Yeah. But Beverly, give me about 220 and have me a whole bunch of ones. I wish I might. For one, that signature is bad juju.
Right. Anything that has Trump,
anything near him is bad.
It's bad. It is. It's some bad juju.
You end up dead, shot. No.
Yeah. And just because he interfered with the soccer scene, the United States is gonna lose. And you know what?
Sure is.
Because he put his 2 cents in there. So when they lose, don't you all go to cry and say, how could they lose? Because the president, some of you all lose because he's evil.
And I hope
that's why.
And I hope he got to present since he wants to be there to present the award. I hope Spain. I hope it's somebody. I hope it's Spain. Somebody, Norway, with who he got to present it to. I hope it's Canada. Or it's Canada. I don't know if Canada. Anyway, I hope it's Canada. Because he been talking buku crap. But because he did that, the man was suspended. Now, personally, I didn't agree with the red card he got. But he was suspended and going to be upheld. He goes, I'm going to call. He calls the president of FIFA. And then all of a sudden, now that they paused his suspension for 1 year. And he's eligible to play. And then he goes and brags. See, I have it. And you know what's going to happen? Because Belgium is pissed off. Belgium, you know what they're going to do?
They're going to whoop the United States ass.
They're going to kick the line out of our ass.
Yep.
That ain't no more than what we got coming.
I agree with that. I agree.
Cause like he did it to the Knicks. He tried to cost the Knicks. He tried to cost the New York Knicks. Because the New York, he put a whammy from game 3 and it lasted to the second half of game 4. New York, they had to go at halftime and perform an exorcism in the locker room. Because they had a demon.
Not the exorcism, Brianna.
What you do evil?
Well,
exorcism.
I don't. You already got put.
Seance. What?
I don't. I'm already put. I agree with you. That is pure evil.
They went and found some holy water. And like, no, we got to get this up out here because he had put a whammy on Master Guard.
And then that's why I say what I say because so then some of the newscasts they were interviewing some of the people who were going out to watch the game at the bars. And they were like, well, while I don't necessarily agree that you should miss politics, this is what I'm talking about. White people don't ever stand on something that's right.
They drive down
in the middle of the road. You know what he did was wrong, but because it's the United States, because you want a damn trophy, you'll sell your soul for whatever. That's the stuff that pisses me off about you white people. And I ain't saying all this because some of you all I actually like, but the ones who get on there, well, I don't think. Shut the fuck up. I told them to shut up. Because ain't nothing you can say about that is right. Just shut up.
A little hostile?
I am, because they get on my nerve with that shit. You say, well, maybe. Shut up, bitch. Let's go somewhere.
And then they go, well, maybe. He is right. Make up your damn mind. Pick a side.
No, they know that it's wrong, but because they want to win at all costs, which is how we end up with this piece of shit anyway, is that you want to win at all costs. You don't look at the real. You look at the fake shit and say, well, maybe he's not going to do that. He's done every damn thing and then something he was going to do. Y'all get on my nerves. Get on my nerves. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I digress? Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. I got hot now.
You had your soapbox?
Yeah,
normally I'm the one with the rant. She took that.
Oh, my God. Because they get on my nerve with that bull. Dr. White, I'm sorry. Shut up. Go ahead. I'm going to shut up here.
What exactly? Are we talking about the World Cup?
Yes.
Okay. So, for the record, England lost. So, they're not even, Canada lost. Okay. So, they're not even at this point. England beat Mexico last night in Mexico City.
Uh-huh.
And the Mexican refs tried to cheat to give it to Mexico, but couldn't do it. So.
I just want him to have to give the trophy to somebody besides the United States. That's all I want.
And the United States, in breaking news, I can't remember the guy's name, the red card that he got that disqualified him, they had overturned.
Balaclan, something.
Where he from?
somewhere that Trump won't give green cards to.
Right, exactly. Right.
But he wanted him to play in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Ain't that an oxymoron? But I'm speaking about the king moron. So there we go. King idiot.
Don't even put king for that's insulting people's actually kings. That's an
idiot. Okay, I think
Balogun.
Balogun, yes.
Yeah, Balogun reversal. Yeah,
Florian Balogun.
Now, see, if I were him, I would have said, you know what? No, thank you. I'm going to let my suspension stand. But I know you want to play, so I get that. But I was like, you know what? I don't want that. Just to show people that everybody cannot be bought and paid for. That's my thing. Mm-hmm. He thinks he can buy anything and anybody. You can talk to anybody with your stanky, shitty ass diaper wearing. Oh my God!
Yeah, he played for Arsenal.
He played for Arsenal.
Yeah, him. That's him.
Yeah, and now he playing for the USA. Oh no! Now you went from Arsenal. Oh no, that was my team right there to the United States. And I'm gonna be honest. And I usually don't say I want all our teams to do well, but I hope we lose. I really do. I hope the United States lose. I really do. I normally I don't say that, but
if you put $100 on the United States and they win, the winnings is somewhere around about $9,000.
If I put how much on there?
$100.
Oh, they ain't giving that kind of money. Because if you said $1, I might do it, but I ain't doing $100.
I'm just saying the odds of the U.S. winning, just voting on them alone, the plus minus, the winnings if they actually do win. It's I mean, I'm thinking about doing it just because,
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I think they got the best chance in the world now that Mexico and what's his name is out of it.
Well, let me tell you right now. If you do it, I hope you lose.
Brazil.
Brazil. Oh yeah.
Spain won against Portugal earlier today. England beat Mexico yesterday. I watched that match. Norway beat Brazil. I watched that match. And so, I mean,
but then this is my thing. Then he has to make everything about
himself all the time.
Like he's gonna present the trophy. Nobody wants to see you. More importantly, I'm not trying to pay the stupid tax. Cause I promise he popped on the like during the football season, he had to go to a football game. And then the announcers had the interview. So then he's in the booth. I'm like, oh my God, why is he on my TV?
I don't even think he realized that he's retarded. I mean, I know that's not a word that we use, but that bitch is literally retarded. Okay, I don't even know what y'all want me to say. You all make me sick. You all can't even get my point across. Then y'all go to But this is somebody who has no idea that he's really stupid. And for somebody to even listen to him, I can listen to that. Then they go, I don't care what y'all did. Then they got mad at me. I don't care. Oh my God. But he is. Oh my God. Oh yeah. I probably got some curses. Okay. Well, he is what you just said. Dr. White, okay, I'm gonna shut up now. But you all know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, but you just like go and then you keep going and then you back up the bus some more. Like, good Lord.
And I'm not trying to be offensive to handicapped people because I've worked with special ed, so it's not that.
But then he goes and mocks the people.
Right, exactly. But he's so stupid. That's what I'm saying. Your parents never taught you to know when you're stupid. Look, be quiet. Don't let the whole world know you're stupid. But this idiot, he lets the whole world knows how stupid he really is. And not even think that people they laugh and they talk about you.
What somebody
but my God.
What somebody say, you ain't gotta let the whole world know you ignorant.
Right.
But when you open your mouth, you erase all doubt.
Right.
And he erases all doubt every day of every second of every hour.
My grandmother said this years ago when she went on one vacation with me and my cousins. And the boys was fighting. They was fighting. After they got to fight, my grandmother said, "Look, don't see that. What you doing at home is one thing, but we out here around all these people. Don't let the whole world eat some damn food." That's what she said. Don't let the whole world eat some food. This fool, every day, every second, every minute, every hour, every day of the week, every month of the calendar, every day, he lets the whole world know how stupid he is. Why would somebody tell him to shut up?
And then in turn, people think, well, that's what they voted for. So they think everybody else is stupid. Let me enlighten y'all on something, okay? Let me enlighten y'all on something. I did not do that. I can't speak for a whole lot. I can't speak for the 77 crazy people that voted for him. I can't help them. But me right here, I did not do that.
I'm pretty sure they know that when they watch our videos. I'm probably pretty positive they already know that.
Yeah, but I'm going to make it abundantly clear. If they thought it was evil, I ain't do nothing.
I tell you, right? Say if they put something to my head and see you had to vote for Donald Trump, I should just pull the trigger. They ain't gonna be able to do that. Pull the trigger. I ain't gonna do it. Nope. Nope. I'm sorry. How you guys? Okay, Dr. Fight.
She came out. You came out the ceiling now. You been in the rafters for about 10 minutes.
Because I just want to kick him in his face.
Well, that's most people.
Just punch him in his face. But okay, Dr. Fight, I digress. Go ahead.
That she's all dignified. Okay.
Y'all don't have nothing else on this here.
I just don't get it.
Go USA. I mean, I don't have no African teams in there, so I'm rooting for you.
But here's the thing: you've tarnished the whole World Cup. Now because the USA, when they're like, oh, they cheated because they got influence. That's what they're gonna say. Why? Because he can't leave well enough alone. Do you know if you would mind your own business, if you took care of what you had to do, you cannot bother anybody else. That's how you know he ain't taking care of what he's supposed to do. Because when you take care of you can't bother nobody else. But you can't take care of Melania because you can't satisfy her. So
Well, we know that's why she walked around.
So the rest of us have to suffer.
Well, what did President Obama say? He said when I was doing my job, he said I didn't have time to focus on other people, other situations, because you got a job to do.
You got a job to do. That's how you know he don't do his job. All he cares about is lining his pockets, because then he released something talking about, he's made $2 billion. So you just steal it.
So no, you stole it.
My God. Just don't get me.
This is why I don't like talking about the politics, because it's him. He is the most disastrous. And there was a poll taken over the weekend. They said
he is the worst American.
They said he's the most hated American. They didn't say president. They said hated American. You know how horrible you got to be.
You below Elon.
And Elon right up there. Elon right behind him too. Elon. Yeah. Elon to come here and you stole money. You built your business off government contracts, right? But we're supposed to think you're smart. That's what I mean. Why do stupid people think they're smarter than everybody else in the room? That's what I don't understand. Elon Musk is not brilliant. You're brilliant at thievery. You're thieves.
When you're a con, you got to believe your own con.
Yeah, right. And then that's supposed to be what, impressed?
Because you learn how to steal.
Because you stole some two other people's idea for that bubble Jetson knockoff Tesla. Woo. Give me a break. And people riding around there, you couldn't give me one. If you lined up a whole slew of on brand new ones, I don't want that garbage.
I
don't want that garbage. I don't even want to sell it. I don't want that garbage.
So I told somebody yesterday they happened to be black and they were driving the Tesla.
Ignorant.
I said, how much they buy your vote for that Tesla?
Ignorant.
She looked at me. She said, "Excuse me." I said, "You heard me."
And when you look at it, it is in the interior. It's generic. It's generic. It is. What do you buy? What are you all so fascinated about?
We don't have to go that far. Let's just go here. If you end up in a car crash, the car crash might not kill you, but the roof will. Who makes a roof of all glass?
And why would they even pass safety standards? Why? How?
The roof is all glass. You literally look up and you see out the top of it.
And then you want a car with the door open up like a 1984.
Like a DeLorean.
Like a DeLorean. I don't want that. I didn't like that when he was in 1984 when they had them. I didn't like them then. What I want that. And then the body of the shape like the bubble for the Jetsons. That went down and so why would I want that? Why would I want that?
Then to top it all off, you got the rolling dump truck.
Oh, that's just awful. That's awful. All right, we can go on past Dr. Fice on the count. Dr. Fice, come on with Dr. Fice. I'm on time.
Yeah.
Now.
With all your rents and ratings.
When Dr. Fice was on the couch, he's going to have to give me a chance to cool down because I'm extremely warm.
Well, depending on what he got.
Well, it depends on what he got. He might make me mad again. So
he's about to make me mad. I got a question actually. I need some help. I got somebody came to me. A young lady came to me. That she met this gentleman, and she's kind of learned some information about this gentleman. She don't really want to move forward in the relationship.
Ooh.
And so I said, well, what seemed to be the issue? She said, well, he has a child, and the child is not a deal breaker, but the age of the child is.
Uh-oh.
The child is 2 months old.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
And so she feels like that's a little too young, that he just was with the child's mother. And they're going to be raising this child together over the next 18 years. And she don't know if she wants to sign up for that. Now she too has a daughter, and her daughter is 12,
Okay.
right? The father, they have a custody agreement. They have an agreement that works that out. He pays child support. It comes out of his check every time he get paid. Takes care of the child. He comes, he picks him up, goes about their merry way, picks her up or her daughter up, and they, have their father-daughter time. And then daughter comes back. She says our situation is a lot more stable. At 2 months, they're still trying to figure it out.
Most definitely.
I have a question. It's just a question. Why is he trying to date with a 2-month-old?
Well, men do that.
Wait a minute, hold on. First of all, why would you put this gender like men do that? Like how you know this child mama ain't moved on either?
I'm just trying to. Okay, well, let me rephrase the question. Why are people trying to date with a 2-month-old? There.
Well, now that's a fair question, because at that stage you should be focused on the child.
Right, you got to get a schedule.
Okay. Let me get to my question.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
We on the couch, so let me ask a question that we can talk about. Okay.
I had to ask that one first. I was wondering.
The question is there an age where it's a deal breaker that you're not going to date this person because their child is at a certain age? Is there a such age?
That's a good question. Is there a certain age? I mean, see, I need more questions because then I'll be like, okay, so is this a long-term relationship, or is this like a booty call and the woman got knocked up? So that would be
so let's take both of those possible scenarios. Is it off limits because of a long-term relationship, or is it off limits because it was a booty call, or both?
I mean, it's definitely off. It was a long-term relationship.
Because that just ended.
That's a no-go.
I would think that it would be more so off limits because of a booty call, for the simple fact that if they get together for any reason, there is nothing that's going to stop them from potentially hooking up again.
Yeah, but
if they moved on because of the long term and it didn't work out and we're just going to try to raise a kid, then that's a little more final than if it was a one-time thing and you may want to explore it again in the future.
It's still too many feelings and
emotions
wrapped up in
there.
And then you got the emotions of a new baby.
No.
And then you over there.
Let me ask another question. So does this change by gender? So you all are women, obviously. And so if it's a man who has a 2-year-old, that means something to you. Does it mean something different to a man that meets a woman who has a 2-month-old? The opposite side of the scenario.
To me, it wouldn't make much of a difference, the male and female thing. I still feel the exact same way.
So you say a man wouldn't date a woman if she had a young child with another man?
Now that one, maybe I can agree, because I've known men, they get with women that's like pregnant from another relationship, and they stay with the woman. She had a baby, and then they raise the baby.
But because you don't have to be mad in love with a woman for a man to do that. You all have to be mad in love, or you have to, or they may have known each other some time ago, and then when they reconnect, she's expecting, but the guy is not together anymore. Yeah. So that you might can play around with that a little bit when it comes to that, but yeah, otherwise I'm gonna stand firm on what I see.
Okay, so let me. Okay, I'm talking about an infant, obviously, but let's say you're a female and you meet a guy with a 14-year-old daughter.
we're gonna have to pray on that one
because right now, Brianna has a son, and you meet another guy, and let's say your son is 16. You think your 16-year-old son gonna want a man talking to his mom? Same
Well, I mean,
as having a 15, 16-year-old daughter wanting somebody to talk to her daddy.
Well, you know what? But at that age, you can have that. You want them to express their feelings,
right.
and then you all can maybe talk about it. Now here's the thing. I come from that. Oh my God! Dr. Bobby making me relive stuff to give me.
Look, before you can say it, I would say this much: if my daddy was still alive and he was getting him a new woman, I would have said something nice, and I wouldn't have had no filter. Because my daddy might have went and got him a younger one like my age. I was like, "Where you going?" And where you think you going with him? I'm gonna run.
Brianna, you wouldn't let this woman live with your daddy.
No. If I got anything to say about it, if she the same age as me, and you want my daddy, why? What you want from my daddy offering? Okay, you want to be a sugar baby? No. No. If my daddy was still alive, he got one baby, and it's me. You got to go.
Well, she doing things you ain't doing though.
That's okay. Cause I don't care. I'm gonna run on. My dad would be like, what happened to her? Oh, I don't know. She went about her business. Cause I would have run home. No boo boo. No boo boo. No.
Depends on how much sugar he letting go.
Whatever.
She may not be that easily moved.
She ain't got to be easily moved. I'm gonna easily move her. Had that happen, just gonna roll later.
But this is to my point though. What level of success can somebody have finding somebody with your children at a certain age? And why should that be an issue just because me and their parent didn't work out? Now my children becomes an impediment in some kind of way or a hindrance to my dating resume because it's like they are either too young or too old because they're gonna cause some problems in our dating life. They're gonna find out you spending time with me.
This is what I always said when I was younger.
Now here's a question.
And I said, well, if Brandon had that and we had divorced when she was younger, for me, I would have dated outside without bringing anybody into her realm. But I would not have been in a committed relationship just because.
Okay.
I would want another man in my daughter's life.
But Brianna is right here. Brianna, would you have the same emotions if your mother was dating another man?
Yes.
You would. So you would run him away if he was around your same age.
No, wait. She ain't gonna date nobody my age. First of all.
There you go.
Now, in the sense of day one, if I don't feel that he's right for her, I would say something. Now I'll go.
But you ain't say nothing about if she right for your daddy. You just automatically said she got to go.
Cause I know how my daddy was. They divorced. He was gonna go get him a young one. No. No. I know. No. But now here's the thing. Let me just go here. When my mom was talking to a particular individual. Now I asked information. Now me being me, I went around the background.
I was going to she had a background check, so you
know, I know certain people, and I went around the background check because I wanted to make sure my mama wasn't talking to no axe murder.
And I appreciate that. She didn't tell me after the fact, but I appreciate it. I was like, oh, you did what? She said, oh, yeah, you're all right. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, I got everything. Driver's like date of birth. Look, I ain't got time. If you got any aliens, I ain't got time to be playing with people. People is too crazy in this day and age. No. Yeah. So, I'm just saying. Now, probably if my daddy was still alive and that happened, I probably would have did the same thing. But I'm just saying. But I'm of a certain age. I just don't think when you have an infant
or minor children,
right? Yeah. When you have like an 8-week-old baby,
yeah,
that's a lot you're asking for somebody to take on. That's like they're over
at least for 6 of them weeks you wasn't with the mama.
Well, to be honest, I don't know what you were doing. If you want to be honest like that, I don't know what you were doing.
But I'm just saying that's a lot. You was asking like if you're standing over there, you all are having a date night, and the baby's there. That's late night feedings that he's waking up for, and That's a lot to ask for
I don't even know why you want to date when you got a newborn.
Because they a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't.
And they take a lot of your time.
Yeah, and they got a lot. They take up all your energy. You don't have no stamina. I mean, so
right.
You trying to have a conversation. You still other falling asleep while you
right.
Yeah, just focus on the child.
Same in that case though. If you share custody with this child, even if it's joint custody, half of the year they're gonna be with the other parent, and half of the year they're gonna be with you. So the half that your child is with their other parent, you fill that time with doing something. You're just not gonna sit home waiting for the next week to come when you got the baby. You're gonna be probably online, and you're gonna probably bump into somebody and be like, hey, and then I got my child this week. And it's like, well, how old are they? Oh, they 3 months.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
That to me, that's like a huge red flag to say you got a 3 month old and you trying to date. So what happened? Then I'm gonna dig even deeper into your background. How long were you all together? Was it a one-off? I mean, what's going on?
Maybe like with older kids, and
maybe with older children. Yeah,
you can kind of like. You don't try to be so forceful, but you like ask their interest. You're like, okay, what do you like to do? It's like a conversation you can have with a baby. That's hard. That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
that's a lot of work. And then you think about it, you get like you're around this baby outside while they're little and they're getting attached to you. That's a lot.
Right. And then say you've been around the baby for a long time, and then you all don't work out as a couple.
Right.
And then that person has to start, like, oh, I gotta say goodbye to the baby, right. So then that person has a whole lot of other emotions wrapped up into that situation. So dating. And people, I said no, and then ask somebody else to take on that
responsibility.
I mean, because as a baby, a cute little baby, who won't fall in love with a little baby? I mean, who won't have the feelings about them in a little baby? So
go ahead. I got another one. It's probably gonna send both of y'all another direction.
But
it usually does.
Here, I'll give you a story. So I was watching the court case earlier. It was on Judge Hatchett. The mom and dad, they were married. They got divorced, and dad was getting ready to marry another woman. Well, the little girl, she was 9. She was not happy, so she was telling her mom her feelings, and her mom was like, well, you go ahead and express your feelings. Anyway, the little girl poured grape juice on her wedding dress, tore up the invitations, and then to top off, she put hair removal in the girl's shampoo.
Oh, she was a little terror.
Yeah.
She was a little terror.
She was that mad, but the whole thing about it was mom kind of made it okay for her to do, because mom said, well, if that's how you're feeling, you have to express it. Well, she expressed it.
And I can't believe with the little girl feeling the way she was, I can't believe that there was no signs of her being uncomfortable or with the whole situation.
I think there were, and the daddy kind of just
ignored it and say, "Oh, she'll get over it."
Right, I'm getting married.
Right. Yep.
So.
Yep.
And that's not just a man thing. That's just men, women, and they both do that. You get so wrapped up into a man.
Yep.
That you don't care the fact that they're dealing certain things. They're bringing danger to your home, to your kids. You don't care about that. I got a man.
Right.
Well, I hope that man keep you warm at night when your kid ain't around, because you didn't,
Yeah. I just have a whole issue with the whole.
But I will say this much. I may say let the child get a little older, and maybe that'll work out better, because the infant that ain't gonna work.
Well, so here's the thing. There's a school of thought that says, getting in that child's life earlier on, they grow up getting to know you because you've been a part of their life a lot. And so here's the big one. Here's the doozy here. If you do decide to get in a relationship with somebody, and let's say the child is months old, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 months old, whatever. And you start to get to know that child. As the parent that's not there, like let's say, okay, you had a child, they're with their father, and the father is dating somebody they've been dating for years at this point, and the child now may be 2 years old. you got with them at 4 months or whatever. You've been there. Now your relationship is at 2 years old. Y'all contemplating marriage. And so the conversation comes up. What does the child call this woman?
Ooh. That's an interesting question. I mean, as a woman and a mom, you don't want your child calling another woman mom. You just don't want that. But I understand they have some kind of relationship, so I would think they would come up with a different way to address her besides using the term mother or mom.
Well, they got these terms like bonus mother now.
I think that's stupid. That's stupid. I mean, I do. I'm sorry. What do you call my? I'm a bonus kid or I'm a bonus parent or whatever. That's stupid. That's like you had somebody who say,
So, if you're dating a guy with a child, and you've been in that child's life for the majority of their life, what would you want them to call you L?
They maybe could call me Miss L, or something like that, or Miss E or something like my students call me Miss E, whatever. You can do that, but I wouldn't force. If the child is old enough to understand, they can ask and say, "Is it okay if I call you this?" If they're okay with it, then I'll be okay with it. But I wouldn't force a child to say, "Oh, I'm your mom now, so you address me as mom." I wouldn't do that.
So if the child called you mother, would you tell them no?
First of all, I don't like the term mother because that's how I address my mom, and she make me upset. So I wouldn't do that. So my mother always know when I'm upset because I say, "Okay, mother." She's like, "Oh, she mad at me." So first of all, that won't be off the table.
So I'm just saying, like any version of mom.
That's their decision. I would respect whatever their decision is. Whatever they want to, I can respect that.
So you wouldn't correct them.
Huh?
So you wouldn't correct them.
It would be their choice. It would be their choice. I mean,
if their biological mother found out that they were calling you that, you would tell them, or I didn't tell them to call me that. It was their choice.
I wouldn't tell them that they call me that, but I would say, then don't you address the child with that or address their father, because that's who you need to address. You don't need to address me, whoever the other woman is. You don't
really.
Need to address, right? That's right. You don't address me because that's a choice that your child made, and it was okay by their father. So therefore, don't come to me because you come to me crazy. No. That was your child's decision.
I worked with a young lady that told me today, that her son and her son's father always had an agreement that he's now married, but he said they always had an agreement if each of them, whichever one of them had a significant other, they would agree to allow that person to get to know their son's parent. So he got married. So his now wife, before they got married, he met their son's mother, her, before they got married. And she got to talk to her and tell her, nothing crazy about their relationship. It was just like, you're going to be around my son. And I just want to be able to know who's going to be around my son. And she got to ask her questions like, how can I support you or help you with your son when he's in our care? You know what I mean? Like we all kind of co-parent together.
I think that's beautiful. I think that's cool.
That ain't gonna go well in every scenario. It may go well in some cases when people are mature, but mostly when you're dealing with the mere fact that you had your tallywhacker and another woman and it produced a child, and that ain't normally a civil exercise. Normally, you have to be a certain level of mature.
Absolutely.
In order for that situation to go through. And I think that maturity has a lot to do with, that this sale has sailed between the two of you.
Right.
So now it's no longer about us. It's about our child.
Right.
And I don't really care. You can be with Flavor Flav if you want to. I don't care. Right. I just need the Flavor Flav to know that as a man, like I'm the disciplinarian for my child.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like I'm not telling you not to tell my child in your house not to clean their room and stuff like that. But when it comes to disciplining, no, that's all me, player.
And I agree with that owner from a woman's standpoint too. Is that you two are the parents, but if when it comes to discipline, I said that needs to be handled between the parents, the biological parents, plain and simple. But the child still needs to be respectful to the new parent, to the new person they like. But it's always about the discipline when it comes to it's the two biological parents, in my opinion. Always.
Yeah, I
wouldn't mind them having a conversation. I think that's great. If they can have a conversation with two women and walk away, like I know who you are, where you're coming from, hey, kudos to you. I take my hat off to you. I mean, I don't think me particularly. I was built that way. So I probably couldn't have done that. So that's it.
Well, and to everybody that's out there, listen, I think that when you begin to survey the fact that you had a child with somebody else, male, female, the thing is, if you're going to try to make your relationship work, put everything you can into that relationship to make it work. And if it does not work, at least you can be confident in knowing that whatever comes as a result with them finding somebody they love, me finding somebody I love, as long as the love for this child doesn't change, is what really matters. And to be honest with you, you can't make the other parent love the way they should. Like if you want them to spend quality time with your child and they refuse not to, you can't make them do something that they don't want to do. Can't make them be that kind of parent. One thing you can do is try to protect the interests of the child to move forward.
But so here's a question for you. Well, it's everybody who out there listen. Would you ever consider marrying someone who does not get along with your kids?
I don't think that person would want to marry you because of your kids. I think that if I don't get along with your children, then obviously this ain't gonna work between me and you.
But there are some situations where the person will say, be a male or woman, I love him, I just don't like his kids.
Well, and I've heard that before, and I think that's a delusional individual. And if somebody tells you that and you're with somebody like that, you should run.
Right.
You should run. Only because children are a package deal. It comes with the plan. This is not something that you can a la carte say, oh, I want him and I don't want none of them. No. This comes with and if you can't handle this, then you need to move on and be with somebody else or find somebody that doesn't have children. Because at the end of the day, you can't tell somebody that's a horrible person on the planet because kids didn't ask to be here. And so if you're being a parent to your children and then somebody is asking you to neglect your responsibility to your children to spend time with them, number one, they're selfish. And number two, you are idiot because them your kids and they deserve you as a parent. I don't care if it's a woman where a man saying, look, baby, I love you, but I don't want nothing to do with your children. Oh, okay, well, I just leave them with their daddy and me and you can just go start our own life together. Stupid. And vice versa. If you a man, you meet a woman, say, baby, I love you, but I mean, them kids, I just can't do with that.
Then my first response will be, oh, then you don't love me because those are a part of me. So exactly. so you couldn't possibly love me.
I can't imagine a life where somebody comes to me and says, oh man, you're fantastic. I want you, but your children. First of all, I do everything I do so that my children could have the life that they have. And so if you're trying to get in the way of that, if you can't fit into what I'm already doing to make sure my kids survive, then you ain't for me.
That's a good word to use because people sometimes take that word as like, what do you mean fit in? Because when a person's coming into an already family structure, to me, it's their job to fit into that family structure. So if you don't want to fit in there and you want to keep, you got to go. So
because here's the thing, every family has a dynamic. Kids have different activities and things that they're doing. Kids have routines in order to be successful. They got to be to bed at a certain time at night. They got, gymnastics or basketball, baseball, volleyball, sports. And you come in talking about some, I don't want to do all that. I ain't trying to go sit and watch them flip tonight. I ain't trying to do this. I ain't trying to put nobody to bed. Don't call me too late at night because, listen, my kids got a routine. And if we can't work around this routine where my kids don't have to suffer as a result of dating you, then that's selfish. That is that. I mean, pretty much, if you look selfish up in the dictionary, that'd probably be the poster of it. Like, you cannot ask somebody to stop being what their kids want or need for them in their life in order for you to get what you are not in competition with children. And you should never be. And a person that is dating that wants more should be mature enough to say, listen, I don't want to ask you to stop being a phenomenal parent that you are.
That's right.
I recognize that I demand a little bit more attention that you're able to give at this time.
Right.
It may be better for us to separate.
Yep.
And when you get a little more flexibility, when your kids get a little older, and they're a little more self-sufficient, they don't need you as much, then maybe we can probably revisit if we're both at that stage or both still, single. But if not, hey, I need to find somebody that's gonna love me the way I need to be loved in this season of my life. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. I would rather you tell me up front than just keep going on for months and months, hoping that it's going to get better, hoping you're going to have more time. I always say, to me, a person who puts makes their children their priority, that's someone who I want to get to know. If your children are not your priority, I don't want to talk to you. Because
we talk about that all the time on the show. Like, giving all the information up front so a person is able to make their own decisions. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me on, and then when the rubber meets the road and I'm trying to figure out, what the next steps are, and you're like, oh, well, I'm not trying to marry nobody while my kids are at this age. Well, shouldn't you have told me that from the jump before I fell in love with you and made changes in my life to kind of help out and fit in and make compromises in what I wanted to try to make this work? And then all of a sudden you telling me, well, I ain't trying to commit till my kids get a little older.
It amazes me even today when you hear somebody saying, "Oh, well, I like the way things are with us, but I don't want to get married." Shouldn't you have said that like early on in the relationship, or even for a woman? Maybe somebody told you that, and then you chose not to really hear that. And so
I'm telling the world. I'm telling the world something happened between me and my wife, and I end up single for whatever reason. I ain't ever getting married again. Okay, if you looking for a ring from me, it ain't happening. It ain't right now.
I don't know if I've mentioned this. I think I mentioned the situation before that I explained it. I'm still interesting to me because it was a couple that we know that the man is in his 60s, the woman is in her 50s, and I'm trying to understand how she did not know. No, because the man said he was coming out of a 30-year marriage. He wasn't looking to get remarried again. And she said at the beginning that it was okay. Then after they've been dating for like over a year, all of a sudden she's like, well, I don't want to get married, but I just want you to be committed. What the hell does that mean? To me, she changed the game on him. And then she meant, well, anyway, they were trying to work it out, but anyway, they ended up breaking up now. So now they broken up. I said, well, he said at the beginning what he didn't want. And I think I'm still trying to figure out, like, I don't but what did she think she was going to do to make this man change his mind? What's the difference between her saying, I don't want to get married, but we just need to be committed to each other? I don't really understand what that means. And I'm of a particular age, so I don't really know what that means.
See, Loretta wore down Bishop Noel Jones. Wore him down. She dated Noel for 40 years. And it wasn't until he was on the Preachers of LA on that show where it became very well public that she had been his longtime girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And one of the other preachers looked at him and said, why don't you make an honest woman of her? And Noel Jones looked back and said, "Well, what make her a lie?"
Okay, I didn't expect that one.
Right? You know.
Oh,
And so this became a media frenzy, like over Noel Jones's. You know, you a bishop in probably one of the largest churches in California, and you have this woman that is your girlfriend. You not marrying her. Yeah. He took a lot of scrutiny. So then he got worn down. He proposed, and now they're married. First of all, he should have never went on the show. That was the first thing. Should have never went on the show, but he did.
Are they still married? Are they still married today?
Yes.
But you've been somebody for 30 or 40 years, and you still just a girlfriend? Yikes!
It happens.
I can't see it because I know me. I'm like, what? Oh, I can't see it. Mm-mm. I mean, but if that was the understanding that they had, and she got comfortable with it over the years, she had to for 30 years. Yeah. Here's a secret in my family. I always say, my family said, when you get a certain age, you're too old to be a girlfriend or boyfriend. I remember one of my relatives said, I don't like to, don't introduce me as a girlfriend. I am too old to be somebody's girlfriend. And I agree with that. You at a certain age in life, you are too mature or too in age, too far in age to say, oh, this is my girlfriend. So I can see where the person I'm talking about, I can see where she was coming from. But you agreed to something that you didn't want to agree with, that you didn't really mean to agree to long term. That's my point. See, that's why you know me abundantly clear. I'm never to be a long term girlfriend. I'm making abundantly clear for the jump. No, I'm not the long term girlfriend. If I'm not the wife, keep it moving. That's just me. Keep it moving. I'm not to be a long-term girlfriend. Too damn old for that. Brandon, don't you laugh at that, Brandon, because she know me. I'm too old for that. And it's so funny because the person I'm talking about, they got married after being together 20 years. They got married after being together 20 years. I mean, her youngest child was in kindergarten when they started dating, and now is up there like 30. You know. So I say, and some people say, well,
let's just go here. You want the girlfriend type when you was younger.
Exactly. That's a no-go for me. That's a no-go for me.
Somebody tell her long-term girlfriend, she can be like,
long-term.
See you.
No, because I let you know at the jump what I'm talking about.
They scored already.
Who scored already?
U.S.
Okay.
Nope.
So I did a little research. Let me correct. Noel Jones and Loretta.
Dr. Pike froze.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, did I lose signal? Did I lose signal? Oh, I just wanted to correct what I said earlier. Noel Jones and Loretta dated 28 years before they got married on June 4th, 2022. And they're still married today.
But they ain't been married but a hot second.
Yeah, well, they got married 2022 after they started dating around 1994.
They've been married a hot second. They won't be married long. I'm just saying that.
Ask Martin Lawrence. Here with that girl for 15 years. They had 2 kids. They were married and divorced. 15 months later.
I was gonna say, was it even 2 years?
No.
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. They have made it, but they have made it work since 2022. But we're only in 2026, 127. I get in 5 years at most. Because and people can say, well, they've been together for like 20 years, so they know everything about each other. Not necessarily. No, you don't. You don't know anybody until you're married to them. That I'm a true believer in that. No, you don't. No, you do not. So good luck with that one. 28 years.
I'm looking at the same person.
Yeah. Well, I remember that for 31 years, 30 years. Wait, the years kind of go by. Once you've been married, she hit like that 10-year, 15-year mark. Then the time kind of moves. So you're like, how long was that? You said what? Because you told me, you said it's the first. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah.
She was like, oh yeah, I forgot.
How many years was it been? 34?
If y'all If he was still alive, y'all celebrated. 37.
37. Oh damn, you made it worse. Okay.
Yeah, y'all got married what, July 1st, 1989?
Yes, ma'am.
37, my dear.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
you wouldn't have made it.
I was gonna say we wouldn't have made 37 years. I'm gonna be honest.
Cause he would go what 8 years? Yeah, y'all.
Yeah, we wouldn't have made it 37 years. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. I'd probably divorce him when he hit that 30. After he hit that 30-year mark. Yeah, I probably would divorce him. Like I couldn't take no more. Yeah.
So I have 30 years on your belt and divorce.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I know people who married 30 years and obviously you got to start all over again. Okay, that's fine.
Look, what was it? Danny DeVito, Rhea Perlman did it.
And I don't even think they divorced. Started
they just separate.
Right. They legally they don't get divorced. They got too much crap. So they just do their life separate. They live a separate life. They're like, we ain't got time to be splitting up our stuff. So we're just gonna keep it like this. So I'm not mad at them either.
But you making 37 years, then that was never.
Yeah, that I don't really. I would have not.
I was like, what?
Oh God, no! Ooh, somebody killed each other by the.
Well, we know, you know, you waiting long for anything ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? 7 days. 7 days. We got to know what we're doing.
I'm still trying to figure out what you do in those 7 days that had him like, yeah, let me go ahead and put it.
I don't think you want to know the answer to that question.
I was thinking, you know what else to that question?
I probably don't, so never mind. Scratch that from word.
Yeah, I don't think you want to know the answer to that one.
I'll be traumatized. Like, Lord Jesus, I got to
go to you need a lot of therapy after that.
Right. At the ripe age of 34, they're like, why you in therapy? Don't ask.
Hey, I was a whopping 21, so I just had to imagine that.
Stop right there.
I was a whole whopping 21.
Just stop it right there.
Just saying.
Look, let me just do this. If she decides to get more graphic.
No, that's all right. And let me be clear, I wasn't even a skeezer. I wasn't no slutty woman. I wasn't no slut.
Hey, you just, apparently you laid it on them. Hello.
I just know what I want. I know what was acceptable, what was not acceptable, and let me tell y'all something. When a man meets you and your first date is to the grocery store, and that was mine. That was our first date. Was we went to Ralph's in California.
You were even invited.
Right. He said, I gotta go to the grocery store. He said, I'll go with you. I was like, oh, okay. He followed me around in the grocery store. And then he brought my bags into the house. Oh, okay. I might want to talk to you for a little bit then.
So then she felt obligated. Well, let me make a sandwich.
Right, and I made him a sandwich because I said, well, he did carry my bags, so I made him a sandwich. He didn't have to. Yeah. And then we had a good conversation. So that was cool. But
it was all downhill from there.
No, it was all uphill for him.
Downhill for you.
There you go. Oh, I ain't saying all that, but it was all uphill for him. He stuck around because I'm a good conversationalist, to be honest. I can talk to anybody. And that was the one thing. Okay.
That I give it.
Exactly.
Y'all funny.
Okay, you all go to y'all sports now.
Ain't nothing major happening. U.S. is in the hole right now.
And I really don't want you all to lose, but you know what? You're going to lose. Let me just say it like that.
10 minutes in, Belgium scored the goal.
You're going to lose.
10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. The sweepstakes for LeBron James has begun.
Please don't go to Golden State.
Well, it's 6 teams. It's Cleveland. It's the 76ers. It's the Miami Heat. It's Golden State. And there's one more. I forgot the last one.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Okay.
Well, he's not going there. Too cold for him. He ain't going there.
And
I mean, it's just as cold as Cleveland.
Right.
He ain't going there either. He ain't going back to Cleveland either. He ain't going there.
Well, here's the thing. You're 41. Why are we making a big deal of where you're going? Just go and shut up.
I don't think LeBron is making a big deal of it. I just think that
everybody else is.
Yeah, everybody wants to know, what the premier player of this time.
Just
boy, go home. God want you to go home.
Please just don't go to Golden State because he's gonna go State. I'm gonna cry.
I am too. And I'm like, I can't watch this game anymore. And then I'm gonna say, go to say, I said, whatever games you lose, it's gonna be because you deserve it, because you brought him in there. They don't need you. If you're gonna get somebody to replace, get somebody that has some youth in those legs. And I don't even chime in on this sports, but this irritates me. I can't go home, boy. Damn. Go home. I'm tired of you with your bandies and your hairline. Go home.
Not the hairline.
The hairline. Go home.
Okay, now I have a question for Dr. Fight. Dr. Fight, did the Boston Celtics get fleeced in the trade for Jaylen Brown?
Almost definitely.
He said almost definitely.
No, seriously. They got Jaylen Brown, who's 29. They didn't have to give up VJ Edgecombe or Tyrese Maxey. And the Boston, they got, and I do mean old by basketball standards, Paul George. And here's the thing, the picks you got, if the 76ers are decent, which they're going to be, you ain't getting no premium player with them picks. Just saying.
Yeah, so the Jaylen Brown trade is probably, in Boston, Brad Stevens has shown himself to be a great mastermind, from the head coach in college to transition into head coach in NBA and now an executive for the Boston Celtics. Has done some pretty decent navigation, keeping his team together, as well as continue to put talent and being relevant. Obviously, Jason Tatum, getting hurt doesn't help this situation. So it's real difficult to be able to say, oh, well, this was a bad deal, because we don't know how Paul George is going to turn out in Boston. I mean, he may have a career season now in a different system. But let's think about this logically, though. You could have gotten a better deal from the Chicago Bulls or the Charlotte Hornets and kept your team young and put decent talent around.
Who want to go play with the Bulls? Somebody wants to play with the Bulls.
Well, I mean,
but
you just drafted one of the best college players in recent history. Like, you just drafted Caleb Wilson. To put a Jaylen Brown around that kind of talent and build on that is great for the Bulls. And the Bulls have enough draft picks and money to give to the Boston Celtics that they can rebuild their team in the recent future coming up also.
Right. They could have got way better than, even from Charlotte. They could have got a way better deal.
Charlotte's got like 1 million picks between now and like 2034. Like, they got like 7 first-round draft picks. They got another 7 second-round draft picks. Some swaps. They got a little bit of everything.
Right. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. They got fleeced.
Yeah, I think that they were so busy trying to offload Jaylen Brown, they took what they thought was a decent deal. But that deal was better for the 76ers. 76ers didn't have to give up much in order to do it. And they kept, like you said, the nucleus of their team together. I still think they got to address Joel Embiid and his propensity to be hurt. Now you got another player that has a propensity to be hurt in Paul George, so you're back in the same situation. Your team on paper obviously is good, but can they be on the court is the question. And I think with George going to Boston, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese, Jason Tatum has to figure out, his recovery, because I think he came back too early. And the East is going to get better. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be a cakewalk as it was this year. They're going to get better.
Okay, so
looking at.
Can I ask you a question? What happened to the guy who pulled his thing in Boston? What happened to him?
We talking about Jason Tatum.
Oh, that's him. Oh, okay.
He came. I think he came back too early because he wanted to play. He came back too early because normally you're out at least a year.
Was he out of here?
No, he came back in what, March?
Oh.
Yeah, he came back after the All-Star break.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then it cost him because then he ended up sitting that Game 7 loss to Philadelphia with knee soreness.
Oh.
And I just think, and that was probably because he was playing and compensating for one injury. And
yeah, it was
What we talking about?
Tyrese Halliburton to be back next year.
Halliburton was out.
That's what I was asking about Halliburton.
Yeah, Halliburton will be out without all.
Yeah, Halliburton stayed out the whole season. He'll be back next season. Indiana will be better.
Yeah.
So that's another team added in the mix of all of this. What's going on? You got another All-Star player coming back. Obviously the Dallas Mavericks. They're in the West though, but they'll be better with Kyrie Irving coming back, and with their Rookie of the Year, which I didn't think he should have been the Rookie of the Year, but
Con Knipple should have been Rookie of the Year.
Yep, Khan is rising to be the face and the star of the Charlotte Hornets, and I think Kobe White is not a bad starting point guard, but I do think they need a proven winning veteran on that team. It's a real young squad, and they're hungry. Mombasa and the guys that they drafted, like this is going to turn out to be another good Charlotte. Watching a good Charlotte team, I just hope that it doesn't take them half the season to figure it out like they did this year.
Yeah, I think that's why I think Jaylen Brown would have been good for them because they are young, and so to have that where he's been the Finals MVP, he knows what it takes to win. I think that would have been better suited for them, but.
Okay, well, I'm waiting to see Halliburton because I was so hurt when he hurt himself. I'm waiting to see him come back.
Oh, I knew that was coming. I know he wanted to play, but I'm like, boy, don't step wrong, and he stepped wrong and boop.
Yeah, because I think they could have won. They could have gone further.
They made it to the finals.
They made it to the finals. Yeah, Game 7. Yeah, they did. So I want to see him come back.
He will be back. I mean, it's gonna be the East is gonna be a little bit crazier than what it was.
Do we even think the Knicks are gonna have a repeat?
No. No.
Look at Dr. Fight. No.
You got Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey. You got the Sixers. Depending on where LeBron goes, you never know what happened there. You got Giannis and Bam in Miami. The Knicks ain't repeating.
Oh, okay.
God.
Who the hell is Bam?
Bam Adebayo.
Oh.
If you wanna go, most people call him Asia Wilson's man because they date. Asia Wilson, she playing the WNBA.
I know who she is. I know the name.
For the Las Vegas Aces. That girl is ridiculous. I watched the Aces just to watch her play, and she ain't played the last couple games. She out hurt.
Oh. I tried to watch the WNBA. I just can't get into it. I can't do it.
Speaking of that, they extended the season to 52 games next year. They voted to extend the league, not this year, obviously, but next year they extended the league to 52 games. What y'all think about that?
That's good for them.
Well, how many games is it normally?
They played, 44?
How many for the men?
82.
Oh, we got ways to get to that one. Oh.
But yeah.
And maybe extending more games will mean more money.
Well, they're finally
bigger contracts.
Well, they're finally starting to get like revenue and making money because now they're like are finally giving them like supermax deals and stuff.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
They're somebody signed I think for them like a $6 million deal. So
that's good.
And it's good to see that for the players now because you think about what the Cheryl Swoops and Lisa.
They didn't get nothing. They didn't
make that. So to see where the WNBA is now,
they had to make their money being commentators
and shoe deals.
You can thank Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, the Larry Bird and the Magic Johnson of the WNBA.
Okay. Yep. I like that.
They got it.
Because when the NBA was faulting and failing with revenue, well, here comes a college rival
where Magic Johnson and Larry Bird met in the national championship and becomes the 1 and 2 players picked. And Jerry Buss, the new owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, took a chance on a kid from Lansing, Michigan.
There you go.
Magic Johnson.
Irvin
Magic Johnson, and took them in his rookie season to the NBA Finals and won a championship in his rookie season. Matter of fact, in his first 5 seasons, he had 3 championships. Like, I don't know of a young sensation that had made that kind of impact on an NBA franchise since Magic Johnson.
I agree with you there. I
People can say LeBron James, but he, like Michael Jordan, didn't win championships until later in his career. Now, granted, they had success as an individual, but team-wise, they did not have the kind of championship caliber and team. Now, granted, he did play with some of the 50th greatest players in all time.
Agreed. Yep.
But they also played before Magic got there and couldn't win. And Magic was the missing piece that Kareem and those players needed.
I remember that year when Magic came in with Kareem, then they became a powerhouse team. Yep. Then they just kept building on to it. Yep. Exactly.
So it was it has been over the years the NBA has changed a lot.
Over the years I have not seen that kind of chemistry. When you talk about speak about legacy players like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's and Magic Johnson, the Michael Jordans, I have just not seen that connection, that chemistry on teams that they had back in the day for the NBA. I haven't seen that.
So these memes are going around with the Magic with the Lakers, with LeBron telling them that he will not be returning. They looked at possible starting 5 as all 5 white players, and they said, "What is this? This ain't the Showtime Lakers. This is the Snowtime Lakers."
Ouch! Ooh.
No, because they have gotten rid of they got Walker Kessler and Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. They are the Snowtime Lakers.
Wow.
Rui Hachimura, they told him they weren't bringing him back, so he wouldn't sign the deal with the Clippers.
Wow. Okay, well, that's why it's going to be a long time before I say I'm a Laker fan. Because I was a Laker fan.
Kawhi Leonard is on his way back to Toronto.
Yeah, he is.
Who?
Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers.
He won a championship with Toronto.
They sent him back home.
I don't know if it's home, but
I don't know if it's home. I'm actually shocked. That's the last place I thought he would want to go back to. But he went back to Toronto.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's right. DeMar DeRozan is a free agent because the Sacramento Kings waived him.
Well, we will see what's going to come up with the NBA in 2022.
Because I forget they're able to sign their deals now because today's the last week.
Oh, okay. All right, you guys. What a great show for the 1st of July.
And the Mockingbird.
Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Fight.
No problem. I'll have my trustee board meeting next week. We didn't have it this week because of the holiday. So.
All right. Well, we were surprised. We thought about that. So Dr. Fight here today. Yay. Okay.
I'm going to eat with my family.
Okay, go enjoy your family. Tell them we said hello.
We'll do.
Peace out.
Bye. Peace out.
Dr. Fight.
You done?
Yeah.
That was